Hi, this is All the Science, the science podcast that describes an interesting aspect of science in 5 minutes or less. We are students and we will be guest podcasters for this episode, light pollution. We will be breaking it down into 3 parts: the components of light pollution, the effects and dangers of light pollution in the world, and how to prevent and reduce light pollution. For those who are unfamiliar with the topic, light pollution by definition is the act of brightening of the night sky by streetlights and other man-made sources, which has a disruptive behavior on nature cycles and inhibits the observation of stars and planets.
Components of light pollution. Light pollution is made up of 3 types of components. First is glare. Glare is excessive brightness of lights when it is not shielded properly, like car headlights or huge billboards that can blind you at night. Next is light trespass. This is when unwanted light shines in something else's territory, like when a lighthouse is shining a light all over the ocean, disturbing marine animals' territory. But a more annoying example is like when your neighbor's motion detector light is pointed in your living room window. The last component is urban sky glow. This refers to the glow of light that you can see in the overpopulated areas, like when you fly over a huge city, and when you see a ginormous glow because of the abundance of light. 100 years ago, you could easily see the Milky Way, and no, not the chocolate bar. All those 3 added together are called light clutter. All combined, it is confusing and excessive for all living creatures. Light pollution is a very dangerous thing that no one really talks about. It disturbs wildlife ecosystems and our sleep patterns.
Effects and dangers. Light pollution has a huge effect on ecosystems around the world. Excessive amounts of light at night disrupts plant growth by messing up their cycles. One example is when zooplankton stop feeding on algae because nighttime lighting is too strong, which then allows the algae to grow too much, which means they take away oxygen in the water from the animals that live in that area, disrupting the ecosystem of the entire lake, ponds, and river. Another example involves insects and birds. All the lights at night attract insects into areas that birds may not want to feed in, like your back porch where your sleepy cat is hanging out. This makes it hard for some animals to find food, disrupting other ecosystems.
We humans are biologically programmed for a sleep-wake cycle that depends on chemicals in our eyes which respond to light. The excessive blue light of streetlights and computer screens trick our eyes into thinking it's still daytime and prevent us from getting enough sleep. People are staying up later and waking up more tired, with links to increased traffic incidents and health problems. Some of the serious health issues are caused by overreduction of a light-related chemical, melatonin, that can lead to certain types of cancer. Unshielded lights not only cause problems for people, they also contribute to land and sea animals' deaths. Any light, when not shielded properly, can be very dangerous because it can sometimes temporarily blind someone or something. It's why night hunting has been outlawed, because it's seriously unfair for deer to be flashed in the face with a bright light in the middle of the night when they're just out for a casual walk with the fawns.
Most of light pollution comes from our streetlights. Our atmosphere scatters the light, creating sky glows, which makes the night sky hard to see. Because migrating birds rely on stars to navigate their way around the world, light pollution is a serious problem for them because they can't find their way home. According to CNN, every year between 2012 and 2016, there was a 2.2% increase in light pollution as recorded by satellites. This shows how, with a population of 7.2 billion and growing, if we continue our ways, that percentage will only increase every year and cause a bigger and bigger problem for ourselves and animals around us.
Solutions to lessen our light pollution. Shielding reduces many things like light glare and trespassing for drivers and people trying to sleep. A huge contributor to light trespass and sky glow is the scattered light from the streetlights. If every city made an effort to install proper shielded lights, it would make a significant reduction of our light pollution. Speaking of reduction, there are a few ways we can do that. You could use fewer lights in and around your house, such as less decorative lights. You can also reduce these intensities of light outside, like street lights, billboard lights, and turn off or down business lights after hours. You can use motion detectors lights instead of keeping lights on all night, adding to light pollution. Thanks for listening to All This Science. Contact us at allthisscience@gmail.com if you'd like.